Hi, hello, welcome to WPegasus, and my name is Naveen BM. As usual, we'll go ahead and learn something out of this video today. So, what is that we'll be learning today? Let's go ahead and see. As I have informed you in my last video, there are 8 parts of speech in English language. If you have not watched my last video on parts of speech, please go ahead and watch it, share it, subscribe it, and like it. And I had also told you that I will not explain each of these parts of speech in depth in my last video. However, today in this video, we will try to understand each of these parts of speech one by one in depth. So, as you can see, there are 8 parts of speech: noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So, what is a noun? A noun is a name of a person, place, animal, thing, or ideas. And I had also informed you in my last video about this. Now, let's go ahead and look at a few examples. I have listed a few examples here with respect to people, places, things, animals, qualities, feelings, or ideas. Now you can add any number of names, places, things, or animals or ideas to this list. And if at all, if we'll have to see the example sentences, I had given these sentences in my last video as well, and you can add more and more sentences to this list. Now, types of nouns. As I said, let's go ahead and talk in depth on each of these parts of speech. Now, let's go ahead and see noun for the day, which is the first part of speech, and we'll see how many types of nouns are there. There are about 10 different types of nouns. They are proper noun, common noun, collective noun, possessive noun, number noun, compound noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, masculine noun, and feminine noun. So, what is a proper noun? Names of people or places, such as your name, your friend's name, your parents' name, or the name of your town and country, are special naming words. These words are called as proper nouns. Special naming words or proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. So remember, whenever you're using a proper noun, you'll have to name that particular word with a capital letter. Now, example sentences. My name is Naveen. You can see Naveen becomes a proper noun, and N, as in the word Naveen, N starts with a capital letter. Come Suresh, let us eat. Suresh becomes a proper noun, and S is a capital letter. I visited the Taj Mahal in India. There are 2 proper nouns here in this particular sentence. As I told you in my last video, there can be multiple nouns in a sentence. It is not necessary that there should be only one noun in a sentence. So there are 2 nouns here. So 2 proper nouns, Taj Mahal and India. The next one, Lakshmi was born in Delhi. So Lakshmi and Delhi becomes a proper noun. Now let us understand proper noun. The days of the week and the months of the year are also proper nouns. Remember, the days of the week and the months of the year are also called as proper nouns. So let us look at the examples here. Every Monday, Bhagya visits the temple. Now, Bhagya is also a proper noun. Temple is also a proper noun. However, we are concentrating only on the names of the weeks, days, or the months here. So Monday. Monday is a proper noun. Raj was born in the month of April. Raj is a proper noun, but here April is also a proper noun. Understanding proper nouns again, the names of festivals and some special days are also called as proper nouns. So let's look at the example, then you'll understand about it. Christmas is my favorite festival. Now, Christmas is a festival, so it becomes a proper noun. We celebrate Independence Day. Independence Day we celebrate here in India or any of the countries out there as one of the festival. So that becomes a proper noun. The names of buildings, mountains, rivers, and seas are also proper nouns. Now let us look at the examples. Have you seen Mount Everest in India? Now India is again a proper noun. However, Mount Everest becomes proper noun as per the explanation. It is one of the mountain. River Nile is very long. Nile is one of the rivers, so river is also a proper noun according to the explanation. So what is a common noun? Common nouns are naming words that are common to people, places, things, and animals, etc. Common nouns do not define any particular person, place, or thing. They are general names. So they are not capitalized unless they begin a sentence. For example, boy, girl, doctor, etc., etc., etc. Goes on. The list goes on. So let us look at a few examples here. Teachers teach in school. Now, teacher is a common noun, but we have started the statement or the sentence with the word teacher. With the word teacher. So the letter T is in capital letter. Teachers teach in school. Now, school is also a common noun. However, we have not started the word or the sentence with the word school. Hence, S is not in capital letter. However, it is a common noun. Birds live on trees. Now, look at birds and trees. The letter B and the letter T. B is in capital letter because we have started the sentence with that particular word. And T is also a common noun. The trees is a common noun. And the letter T, we have not started the word or the sentence with the word tree or trees. Hence, we have not used the capital letter here. We love to read storybooks. Okay, now what is the difference between a proper noun and a common noun? If at all, if we look at these examples, we'll get to know. Mohan will join the school on Monday. Now, can you tell me what are two proper nouns here in the sentence and which one is a common noun? Exactly, Mohan and Monday becomes a proper noun and school becomes a common noun. Ram and Lakshman were playing with a doll. Ram and Lakshman, they both are proper nouns. So what is a collective noun? Collective nouns are used to name a group of persons. Remember, it is a group of persons. They are called as collective nouns. It can be persons, places, animals, or things. A collective noun represents a complete whole. For examples, a library of books, a team of players, and a family of 4. So let us look at few examples here. Some collective nouns are also used to name a group of animals and birds. Alright, if at all, if I'll have to name animals or birds which are in a group. So, a flock of sheep, a herd of cattle, a flock of birds, a shoal of fish, a pack of wolves. Some collective nouns define a group of people, a crew of sailors, an army of soldiers, a class of pupils, a bunch of keys, an atlas of maps, a set of stamps. Okay, now let us look at the example sentences. My uncle bought me a pair of shoes. Okay, so what is a collective noun here? Pair becomes a collective noun, a pair of shoes. There is a network of computers in my office. So what's a collective noun? Network. So what is possessive noun? A possessive noun is a word that names who or what has or owns something. We add an apostrophe and s to form the possessive of most of singular nouns. So if you see the examples, then you'll understand what is a possessive noun. This is Rad's book. So what does the explanation tell me now? Let us go back to the explanation again. It is a word that names who or what has or owns something. This is Rad's book. Whose book it is? It is Rad's book. So now you understand what is a possessive noun. It is Rad's book. It answers whose book it is. And look at the word. We have used apostrophe and an yes, the letter S. It is not Raj book, but this is Rad's book. Now let us look at the second example. Vikram's homework was not checked. And look at the word Vikram's. We have used apostrophe and the letter S. Sometimes we need to show possession for plural nouns or where the owners are more than one. In such cases, we add an apostrophe at the end. Let us look at the example to understand what this is. A girls' school is located near my house. Now look at the word girls. We have not used apostrophe after L, but we have used it at the end of the word. Now that's the difference. Look at the second example. We should not harm the birds' nests. And look at the word birds and look at the apostrophe where we have used. We have used at the end of the word. What is a number noun? Number nouns denote one or many. There are two kinds of number nouns. The first one is singular number noun. It stands for one person, animal, thing, or place. And the second one is a plural number noun. It stands for more than one person, animal, thing, or place. Okay, now let us look at the example. 1 toy, 3 balls, 2 dogs, 5 cars, 9 planets, and so on. Generally, by adding a S, the letter S at the end, we can change a singular noun to a plural form or a plural noun. There are different rules we follow to change a singular noun to a plural noun. Okay, now what are those rules we follow? When a singular noun ends with a Y after a consonant, we remove the letter Y and add IES. For example, city is a singular noun which becomes cities as a plural form. Now look at the word Y after a consonant, that is T, and if you look at the plural form, we have removed Y and we have added IES, cities. Same goes with lady, lady, singular form, ladies, plural. Story, singular, stories, plural. Now you might be thinking, what do you mean by a consonant? Consonants are nothing but they are all other letters except vowels. So you know what are vowels? A, E, I, O, U. They're all called as vowels. So apart from these letters, the rest are called as consonants. Rule 2. If there is a vowel before Y, just add S to form its plural. For example, boy is a singular form. Now I told you what are vowels. There are 5 letters A, E, I, O, U, and before the letter Y within boy, there is a letter O, which is an vowel. And what we'll have to do now? We'll have to add just yes next to it, which becomes a plural form. B-O-Y-S, boys. Same goes with the rest of the examples out there. Day, days, toy, toys, trolley, trolleys. Rule 3. When a singular noun ends with O, the letter O, after a vowel, add S to make it a plural noun. Again, O itself is an vowel, and if there is an vowel before the letter O, then you will have to add S. So rule 2 and rule 3 are pretty much similar. You'll have to just add S next to it to make it plural. Let us look at the examples. Bamboo, bamboos. Radio, radios. Video, videos. Rule 4. When a singular noun ends with the letter O after a consonant, we add ES to make it a plural form. So now what's the difference between rule 3 and rule 4? If a singular ends with O, after an vowel, we add only S with rule 3. But rule 4 says, if the letter O ends with, as in the word O, after a consonant, then we add ES to make it a plural noun. For example, tomato becomes tomatoes. Now, look at the word tomato. O, as in the letter O, is the last letter within a word, and before that is a consonant. It's not an vowel. T is not an vowel. Hence, we remove the letter O and add ES to make it plural. Same goes with the rest of the examples. Volcano, volcanoes. Hero, heroes. It is also possible that for few nouns ending with O preceded by a consonant, we add the letter S to form their plurals. So it is not necessary that there's a consonant before O, you add ES. No, there are few words out there within English, if at all, if the word ends with O and there's a consonant before that, we still go ahead and add only S to it to make it plural. They are piano, pianos. Photo, photos. Rule 5. If a singular noun ends with a sound like S, such as S, Sh, Sh, X, S, T, we add ES to make it plural. Now, what are these sounds? I have not gone through that particular lesson with you. However, in my future video, I'll go ahead and tell you what are the different sounds we have within the English language, or the letters out there. We have 44 sounds, but let us concentrate and understand what is a noun today, and in my future video I'll let you know about the sounds. Let's not bother too much about the sounds for the day. So let us understand rule 5 and see the examples. So box, boxes, watch, watches, dress, dresses. Rule 6, if a singular noun ends with F, the letter F, or F, change the letter F into V and add ES to make it plural. Okay, now again, I have not gone through the sounds as in the lesson with you guys, so don't worry about it. Let's look at the examples and understand how singular becomes plural. A singular noun, life, becomes lives. Now look at the word L-I-F-E. It is ending with F-E. So we remove F-E and add E-S or V-E-S. L-I-V-E-S, lives. C-A-L-F, calf. Again, we are removing L-F, or rather F, because it is ending with F. We remove L-F. C-A-L-V-E-S, knife, knives. Alright, irregular plural. Plurals of some nouns remains the same. Okay, remember, English is a funny language. It is not necessary that a singular form of each and every word should end with S or ES or whatever the kind of different standards we saw just now should happen. There are few words wherein even in a singular form it's the same word, and even in a plural form it becomes the same. So what are those kind of words? They are fish. A fish in a singular form is still a fish. Deer, some say deer or some say deer. It is still the same word in the plural form. Sheep becomes sheep. Cattle is still a cattle. A plural of some nouns are totally different from their singular form. Okay, as I said, English is a funny language. There are few words wherein a plural of some nouns will be completely different in a singular form, or the singular form becomes completely different when it becomes a plural form. You take it however you want to. Now let us look at a few examples out there. A mouse becomes mice. Ox becomes oxen. Child becomes children. Man becomes men. Woman becomes women. Some nouns are always plural, like pants, jeans, shorts, tongs, scissors, hair, and sunglasses. Whether it is singular or plural, they remain in the same form. Compound noun. Compound nouns are formed by joining two nouns together. There are three different ways to form compound nouns. The first one, the closed form, like notebook, firefly, and keyboard. The hyphenated form, like X-ray, co-pilot, or the mother-in-law. The open form, like post office, history book, mineral water. They're all called as compound nouns. Let us look at the examples. Rajesh looked at his timetable. Now there are two different words which is added together and becomes one word, timetable, and that's a compound noun. The cricket match was scheduled in the afternoon. Okay, now what is a countable noun? Nouns that can be counted are called as countable nouns. Very simple. Most of the nouns come in the category of countable nouns rather than uncountable nouns because they refer to things, people, or animals that can be counted. Examples: my brother has 2 cars. Now, what are you saying? My brother has 2 cars, which can be counted. I need an umbrella to get out in the rain. An umbrella, which is a single umbrella. There are 4 milk bottles in the fridge. 4 is countable. Alright, always remember, we use the or the for singular or some singular nouns which are unique. Alright, the earth or the sun, the moon. Now, they are also called as articles. I have not gone through with that particular lesson with you guys. In a future video, I'll let you know what articles are. There are 3 articles: a, an, and the. Uncountable nouns. What are uncountable nouns now? Nouns that cannot be counted are called uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are also known as mass noun. We cannot count certain things in numbers such as milk, rain, sugar, water, jam. We have to use words like a glass of milk, a jar of sugar, a jug of water, or a bottle of jam. We can use terms like a little, plenty, or a bowl of with uncountable nouns. Though these nouns can be measured, they cannot be counted. Hope you understand what do you mean by uncountable nouns now. Alright, the noun as an gender. Noun words can be divided into masculine or feminine. So what is masculine nouns? They represent males, the boys, men, and male animals. For example, prince, man, king, boy, cook, lion, etc. Feminine nouns. They represent females, girls, women, female animals. For example, princess, woman, queen, girl, hen, lioness, etc. There are some nouns that represent both males and females. They are children, artists, principals, teachers, singers, lawyers, etc. So that's for the day, guys. Hope you understand what noun is in depth. In future, I'll be uploading more and more videos for you to understand each and everything within English so that you can learn English better. Thank you for the day. Have a great day. But before I let you go, please like my video, share it, subscribe it, and I will see you soon. Thank you.